one tournament out of touch. But yeah, I like the hero. Do I think it's first phase ban? Probably not. Excited to see it in play? Yes.
Yeah, I think part of that's been the flex potential as well. The fact that people have been willing to play it off lane has sort of expanded Undying a little bit. Offlane Undying a little bit cooked, but it does work sometimes, and that instant respawn on any core hero is always going to feel like really strong. So we'll see how the teams deal with that one. And yeah, just a bit of an insight into Quantum as well. Again, you know, this is a team where you may not know so many of the players here, but I mean, you know, Icarad, Pantimos, you know, these guys are hanging around. Mary, I believe, played in definitely the Kazakh national team, I think, back in the day. So yeah, you know, these guys, you'll know a couple of names here, but mostly this is a team which we are sort of watching with dubious eyes. Maybe they won't do so hot here. Maybe this is just you know, a team of players which didn't quite manage to get on better teams, but we'll see what they can pull out the bag, see what they can do here. Hold our judgment until we see them play it, of course.
I think the critical thing with also they're on boot camp. Look at the cyber Goose stack. I'm guessing that isn't an org, right? That just sounds like a stack name, right?
So my thoughts would be that was like a sponsor behind them, which they're not sponsored by, therefore they just covered it up with something. I don't know what that is.
Yeah. Oh well. But that aside, I think cool to see them on boot camp. You know, every little helps, especially in a qualifier. I think seeing a team on boot camp for tier qualifiers does level up the fact that they are very serious in, you know, putting everything behind them to win. And again, looking at this roster, we spoke about the hope for an upset. This is the type of team that can create that. Sure, they did, you know, win 2-1 against Runa team. That is another open qualifier team. They then forfeited a game because they don't care about seeding. Like it isn't like this perfect play every game, win every game type mentality. But if there was, again, like I said, room for an upset, here it is. In regards to the bans, though, we spoke about Undying, and Quantum are like, no. Solo, we respect you. I feel like in my head, it's like the only person I would like talk about banning Undying against would be for Solo. Like, it's like the only player in the world where I'm like, my god, this guy makes his hero look way better than it should be.
Yeah,
fair play.
I mean,
the hero's gone.
You got to pay respects to the GOAT for sure. So got a quick issue sorted out. Oh, there we go. There we go. We got it down below us. Didn't take long at all. All right. We got a draft. We got the player cams. Everything looking absolutely lovely here. And look at that. They see the purple theming for TI, and they go, okay, all right, we'll stick to that. And they get a dark skin. Look at how well he blends in there. It really brings out his eyes, that water.
Yeah. And I'm just a fan of the. I don't know. It's like the purple theme. It's quite nice.
It is, isn't it? Yeah. Yeah. Dark skin. Blending in fell. All right, Quantum. Come on, get yourself a willow or something here. All right. I mean, it's a little tealy, but we'll take it. Oracle coming out as the first pick for Quantum.
Just saying that, man. You're like, okay. So, what are we like the second series? Like, has China? Where's China in the qualifiers? Before I make this statement, I need to double check. How many games have they played so far? None. Oh, sure. So wait. We're the first ever series for TI qualifier this year.
Oh, nice.
Which means
first road to TI broadcast.
Yeah.
Lovely.
But that means that you, in the first draft, to the first game, in the first series, to the road to the international, your entry analysis was, oh, Darkseid is purple. That's nice. Oracle.
It does. It fits in, dude. It fits in. It looks lovely. Look at it. I mean, the Oracle does.
The Oracle is a standard for the year, Nomad.
yeah, and that's how I mean to go on. Okay, this is how I want everybody else to follow. And I don't think they can. I don't think they've got it in them. I think only us.
Oh God. Get me out. Oh God.
I mean, this does seem a little at you. I mean, I suppose like Oracle as an answer to Darkseid sort of makes sense. You know, you purge off that Iron Shell and everything, but is Oracle that good at the moment?
Yes, Oracle is very good at the moment. The changes to healing and like all of that shenanigans, I would obviously go into detail because there's a lot of words, made Oracle feel a lot better. On top of that, we are seeing a shift away from like the warlocks and these like hyper lane dominating vibes, which gives life to like new fives to enter the meta. And yeah, Oracle, the reason why it's strong is because of the classics, right? It's the there you go. It's because of the fact that you don't find the backline. Like, are we really seeing like Night Stalker pickups and all this type of stuff? Like, it's quite easy for Oracle to hide away and ensure that he has good turnaround potential in the fight.
Stands ready.
So, yeah, I think Oracle,
Absolutely.
yeah, does well.
So why are we seeing Oracle in terms of like no Dazzle or Ringmaster, for example? Why would you choose the Oracle over them?
Why the Oracle? Well, you have the Fate's Edict, magic resistance, so it's like a cheaper form of fight. Feels really good. And then False Promise, it just does so much, right? Like the fact that you can like buff people up and heal them in. Axe is quite popular at the moment, so picking Dazzle doesn't feel too good. But Oracle feels quite nice, so there's like so many layers to it. I think like it's less about like Oracle being good and more about like other heroes. Like Death Prophet feels good, Sven feels good, so you want to pick Oracle. Axe is playable, so you don't pick Dazzle, right? Like it's not as simple as, oh, the numbers in Oracle are good. It's all the other heroes are kind of shifting in a way that makes the hero feel better. And then we haven't mentioned it, but of course you can dispel the Iron Shell. So if you are to put the Oracle in the same lane as Darkseer, you won't be able to farm efficiently. But it does look like it's going to probably be Oracle Sven as a safe lane. Therefore, we're not seeing the kind of the big counter of Oracle dispelling.
Yeah, probably not. I mean, we'll see if they flex things up or not. Maybe just grab yourself a 4 hero and then top the lanes anyway. Or maybe you just want the Oracle because Oracle's good. We'll find out. But in the meantime, we've had a Nature's Prophet and a Tusk coming out. This is likely just the 4-5 picks for Cyber Goose. Tusk gives you a fantastic +4 hero, going to give you that bit of extra catch, juking potential. Prophet, he has been very, very popular on the position 5. There's a Soothing Sapling. He's been getting everybody's gears going on this hero.
Did get nerfed as well a little bit, but not enough to prevent the hero. There was like less damage on the ultimate and less healing on the Sprout, but doesn't really prevent the hero from being strong. The key thing with Nature's Prophet is you buy so much utility for because you farm so well that you're always entering a fight with an early vessel. Then you have an early shard for the vision, and then you have now a glimmer cape and just more items, maybe even Atos. Like you just compound just so much presence in the fight that it's very hard to deal with. And then you pair that with a very skirmishing lineup, every wave shoved into your face. Anytime you show, you're getting picked off by like a tough punch into something else, and it can get really hard to play into. So I kind of like respect the fact that Quantum, they were approaching this with map play and just good damage themselves, like Storm and Batrider. If you want to try and TP in on a Nature's Prophet, in a matter of seconds, Storm zips on you, Blink lassos you, you get deleted. You won't be able to play that out the fight, right? You have to disengage. So yeah, I like the fact that Quantum went for this. But when you throw the return Abaddon into the mix, Abaddon will soak up everything Quantum has. He does not care about Batrider. He does not care about Sven. He does not care about Oracle, right? Like nothing Quantum has right now says, hey, Abaddon, you're gonna have a bad game. Like it is a very good Abaddon pick once he gets like 1 or 2 items.
And do you feel like this might be your TA2000 carry hero then?
Yes.
Good. All right, excellent stuff.
Great answer.
So we've still got their last pick to come here. Probably going to be the last pick on the mid lane. They know they're playing against the Storm, therefore you pick up the Monkey King. Why wouldn't you pick up the Monkey King? It seems a little bit free. Cyber Goose with a very, very strong opening draft here, I would say. They're ticking a lot of boxes for me right now. Like, yeah, they don't have that like kind of big initiation abilities, but you've got so much in terms of just strength across the board and some very strong looking lanes. What are Quantum going to reply with their final pick here?
I mean, it's quite difficult. Quite a lot of the good offlaners are banned, right? Like maybe you think about Doom to prevent the Abaddon, but that's banned out. Lane dominators like an Enigma, but again, Goose have already got rid of them. I'm trying to look through the heroes now to see if I can find anything, and I don't think I see it myself. Like Medusa isn't really played that much, but that could have been like a version that you play here. Just Mystic Snake the wave and take the tower quite early on. I don't think you want to go for like a Mars or something. Like you don't want more control because you don't have the damage right now. Like your Storm needs items and Sven needs items to do damage. So you kind of want your offlaner to pressure the tower to buy time for the items to come in. because if you just pick up like another farming offlane hero, I do feel like Cybergoose are going to take over the game. So, okay, they do pick up like a semi-aggressive offlane. That's fine. I was worried if they went for like the Underlord Centaurs, like this type of offlane. It's way too passive, and then their draft is in a problem. So I kind of okay. I don't mind the brew, right? You can just cyclone up the Abaddon in the fight, so you don't have to think about him early on. You can then, if you have a really good game, you get Radiance, which will threaten the melee cores in Cybergoose. Of course, that's lane dependent, but not a bad pick. Not a bad pick.
Yeah, I think it remedies a few things in this draft for them. I think it gives them like a little bit of presence in the early game. I do worry a little bit about his lane. Laning this kind of brood bat into the Abaddon, into Nature's Prophet. I don't know how well that's going to go for you, but I guess Prophet doesn't give the same insane harass that he used to. He's more sort of a cross between that old Nature's Prophet and maybe like a Warlock these days with that Soothing Sapling. So maybe it'll be okay. Maybe it's going to be all right. He'll get out the lanes and yeah, he'll be the kind of brick wall which they sort of need him to be. The Storm's going to need a bit of time, especially in the lane versus Monkey. We've seen it time again. You know, yeah, the Storm's going to have a bad time. You know, maybe gets caught out once or twice, but you just go recover in the jungle, you know, you spend a bit of time, but all it means is you're not going to have this like big flashy Storm Spirit in the first sort of 10-20 minutes of the game. It's going to take a bit of time to get more online, unless you can find a way to really enable him or punish the Monkey King's aggression with some good rotations, which they can do. They have the heroes for it. So whilst I really like the Cybergeese draft, I do think that Quantum has options to get out of this one. If they can play their draft correctly, I think they've got some options here. Would you agree with that?
I'm leaning no, because it's going to be so difficult. I think the options that you're talking about is like the 35-40 minute, the epicness of the mid to late game where anyone can win it. Just the early game, it really feels like it's scripted towards Cybergoose doing more, as we are seeing a five-man smoke.
Five-man smoke on Twitter. Let's get Timothy TI off with a bang as Emptiness getting dropped early on here. Moving to the backline, actually, on attention Yayo, and he'll be the one to full instead. TA2000 grabs the first blood, looking over towards Lucas now. How much more do they have in the tank? Are there any stun slows available? There's some trees coming out. It's not the best lockdown, though. Einkrad going to be able to back himself away. Lucas as well, unharmed here, but TA2000 wants more. He's up on the high ground, just forcing back the side of Quantum. So great start here for the side of the Cybergoose.
Yeah, especially because, you know, you're running in 5-man on Quantum head on, and then you meet a Tusk with tag team. It's like, wait a second, we shouldn't really be here. Like, if you want to get a kill, you need to lead with the stun, not the Bat Rider. So yeah, I think that's where the Cybergeese are just showing good positioning, respecting it.
Yeah, this bounty here. Yeah, utilizing the fact that he has a stun, trades a bit of health for it, but say worthwhile as he is. No, okay.
Teleport on top, keeping it simple. Yeah. Like this, like the early stages of tournaments, because obviously the players aren't teams, right? It's just mixed stats. Every single person's like team tag is just different.
Yeah,
so you look like Aurora Navi, and it's like Aurora Navi, right? And here it's like we've got, you know, CG, Quantum. We then got some secrets. Everyone's got a different tag.
Yeah, we're going around the world here. It's it's fun to see.
There's even an alliance. Oh my god, guys, Alliance are doing it. They're here.
Alliance are back. Yeah, we even got Alliance tag. That's a rare one.
I completely forgot that Palantimos was tagged up as Yayo. So it's like I've been pubbing against this guy for like weeks now. I'm like, who's Yayo? My guy. Like, he's kind of annoying. And it's like, oh wait, it's Palantimos. Makes sense.
I think that's if I remember correctly, that's a naughty word in his language. So yeah.
Ah, well, I've said it 3 times. Not my fault.
No, I think you're good at saying that.
Yeah. Noted. No. I'll Google it. Oh, yeah. No, yeah. It's yeah.
Just wondering if you're going to share that with the stream or not. But
No, we're on the road to TI, mate.
right.
We gotta
do research at home, guys.
we gotta keep the broadcast clean, my friend.
We have children in the house, in which case don't look it up. Anyway,
There we go.
so far so good though. You know, this Darkseer is struggling a little bit up in the top side. Notice not really being able to go to these iron shells too much, but Lucas ain't really getting a whole lot either on the Sven. Problems is certainly creating problems for both Mary and Lucas up here, being very aggressive, even though he doesn't have an iron shell on him most of the time.
It's
Mid lane.
it's one of those.
Getting off the Jingu here, but it's a very, very high cost for it as Icarad just making him suffer under the tower a bit, but still gets it off, still gets his health back, and should be a decent trade.
They're just bullying each other again. I'm not really expecting there to be kills on mid lane. It really takes like Monkey King trying to dive the tower to outplay the Storm, or Storm to kind of play around the fact that Jingu isn't available at the time where he pressures him. So again, I'm not expecting any kills. It's just constant poking, constant, you know, take water rune, keep fighting. For me, it's more about the side lanes, right? I think the bottom is going to be very much like a farm fest again. But it's who kind of utilizes it more, right? Like, will the Brewmaster take this lane of a farm trade and go for a Radiance to make sure he's always in the game to scale in? Or is he going to go for auras? Like, that's kind of like the biggest question I have for the early game for Quantum. Did you have to give us any indicators by the quick buy, yeah?
Yeah. Keep our eyes on Pantimos, aka Yayo. And see what direction he goes in. And it is a bit of a struggle for the Storm in the middle lane at the moment, as we're expecting. You know, we're not really anticipating the Storm to be doing particularly well, and even a fortifying the tower here. Chira Jr. getting very, very aggressive, wanting to use these Jingu stacks, as Solo comes in for this as well. They want to bring down Icarad here, and the Mites have the damage to do it. They do. They kill him off. Mary, can he get the return kill? Chira playing around the trees, trying to mess with him here, but won't be able to do so. Out comes the Purifying Flames, and down goes Chira Jr. So, at the very least, the Storm will get a little bit of revenge, but doesn't feel too good for him. He gets no gold, no XP for that kill. That is very, very aggressive, and that is just making further use of that rotation on the Oracle to now get yourself a kill. Finally get off some iron shells in this lane.
Yeah, so the problem with top lane was Darkseer didn't use Iron Shell early on because against Oracle. So then the wave shoved into him. The Tusk then blocked the pool multiple times. So where Sven often is a good lane encounter to the Darkseer because you get to kind of like play under your tower, the shells are coming in, you feel fine. They were like, wait a second, let's just play a non-Iron Shell lane. And then Lucas wasn't able to hit any creeps, right? He's got 19 CS to the 27 of the Darkseer. And of course, Oracle TP's mid. You instantly dive the Sven with the tag team and the Iron Shell because now the Dispel's not available. But yeah, the way that they played this off lane is extremely punishing. Sure, they missed the shards there, which does counter my point slightly because it's slightly punishing now. So it is just constant aggression. They do have Snowball.
Ooh, good double purge from Mary there. Is it going to be enough? I think it is. Lucas doing okay for now. Notice still trying to be aggressive, but without your Iron Shells, you ain't really doing a whole lot.
You can see just from the CS, it's already a 2,000 gold lead. The Darkseer, the Tusk, like I mentioned, the way that they played top lane was exceptional. Sven shut out from the laning phase. Abaddon, complete free farm in the bot lane. We expected that to be the case. And Tusk,
Problems will die.
he will be dying. Yeah, wait, there you go. Yeah, I think just the way that their Tricore is farming, it is exactly what you expect for the map to feel dangerous. We already said that Storm and Sven, they need to recover, and I think that's exactly what Ankrad's doing. He's understanding that he doesn't want to show on the mid lane. He wants to hit the jungle as quick as possible, make sure that when the inevitable fights happen, he has at least like a soul ring or something to his name so he can contribute to an engagement.
Absolutely, but it's going to be a bit of a struggle for him to get there, of course. And even Solo coming in with the Arcane Rune, just TPing in deep here. Doesn't even have any wards. He's just looking to he can go and find a Storm.
Yeah, he placed the ward on the Prophet.
Oh yeah, he placed one the moment he TP'd. My bad.
There's dead top, mate.
Under the tower. Yeah, notice will die.
Oh no, Storm Spirit.
Hey, Storm is TP'd in here. All right, he's gonna die. Unlucky. Oh, that's a toughie as well. Just returning to the lane, just TPing back in after doing a bit of jungling. Think he can get away under the tower in nice safety, but no.
Just a nice read, right? They see he's not in the jungle. The best spot for Storm to farm in the early game are the two camps kind of above the mid tier 2. So that doesn't happen. And then they see the catapult. They identify the fact he's probably on TP. Easy kills. Very, very good moves there from Cyber Goose. Cyber Geese? Cyber Goose? What are we saying here?
I think the team name is Cyber Goose, so Emptiness actually messing up the flame break there. He could have secured that Wisdom Shrine for his team there, but didn't quite manage. Problem's getting really, really low, burning up to the Bat Rider. And again, inside the Snowball, but in comes Chira Jr., and he should be the one to secure this one as Nodus grabs Shrine of Wisdom, and they will take down both of the supports that tried to make this invasion work out.
Double Wisdom going the way of Radiant. So much easier to say than Cyber Goose every time.
You can't call them. They're the Cyber Geese.
Okay, the Cyber
Team
Geese.
Cyber Goose, whichever direction you want to take it.
All right, I will make sure that I'll say Cyber Geese. That sounds way more natural than.
Singular as they go onto Lucas here. Quantum Lucas in trouble. He's gonna get dropped up in the top lane. Nice moves from Chira Jr., utilizing the early advantage he's managed to get in this middle lane against the Storm, making it his presence felt on the side lanes as well. Minecraft again, just trying to farm up, just trying to get something here.
But he has no move to make, right? Like, the whole Quantum lineup is built around sustaining through lane to set up their farming patterns that they feel like they are, they're not making ganks, but they're ready to TP to each other. With how quick they played on the map on Cyber Geese, and there's no real move to make. Like, Sven's not joining a fight, right? He got Tread's Morbid Mask. He needs to farm at least the Mask of Madness and the Echo Saber before he even entertains trying to fight. Then you look towards the Brewmaster, right, as an inventory. He's got Double Bracer. He's also got the Radiance now queued up in his quick, but like, he wants to scale. So your Sven needs to farm, what, 5,000 gold of farming items. Your Brewmaster needs to farm, what, 4,000 gold of farming item. Or 5,000 technically if you round up. It's like...
Lucas is getting here up on the top side. Emptiness is here to try and help out, but there's far too much damage now coming onto the Sven. Yayo coming in though, looking for a bit of revenge here, but they've already lost their Sven, so making a fight happen from this is never going to feel that great. Emptiness easily able to get out of those trees, keep the fight going, but he just can't do a thing, doesn't want to pop the split. Not when there's no other core here to really help him out, so with a toothless rotation, fortunately, for the Panda.
Really nice map movement though, once again from Cyber Geese. You identify the fact that they're farming, and then you poke them top again, you force them, because Sven, he wants to enter jungle with the Mask of Madness. Pre-Mask of Madness, you kind of want to be in the lane, utilize the additional golden XP. Nice zip to break the tree there from the Storm. No damage as of yet. There is a snowball to save it.
Yeah, he's nearby as well. They might just make this happen. In comes Wukong command. Is it going to be enough to keep him alive? No, it is not. Igrad gets some much needed revenge here, and they might just be able to bring down problems as well as the Tusk getting beaten down. In comes the Pandas, and they will not be letting him go. Problems is going to drop. Will not make it to the Ancients, but he does force Mary to take the kill at least.
Okay, so in that engagement, there's a brief point where he was actually rooted by the Oracle. But still, yeah, just not getting off the snowball to protect the Monkey King, to buy time for the Abaddon to get in. Just a misplay coming out from the Tuscan Monkey King. Positioning, Storm punishing it, and capitalizing on it. So yeah, nice little sign of life there from Quantum. It was built around just a misplay on the Tusk. In another world, he hits the spells and probably doesn't go as bad for them. Oh, 3,000 gold lead. They continue to pressure them up. They're hitting top tower. I do love how Nature's Prophet always goes through like the extremes in a patch, where it's like you either max a Treant because oh my god it's reinforced and broken, or you max a Sprout because oh my it's broken. Like, can we get to an era of Prophet where you can go like 2-1-2 or something? Can we have both spells being used at the same time? It's always just one or the other. That said, they are smoking. They want redemption.
To the Sven, yeah, and it might be another death here for Lucas. I don't see him getting out of this one. Although Mary's nearby, there comes a false promise, and that will be enough to keep Lucas alive. So, despite there being 3 heroes in the neighborhood, They cannot lock him down enough, and they certainly cannot control Mary, who's in the right place at the right time.
Yeah. Lucas instantly runs back to the jungle. Meanwhile, Solo, he pings up the top tower. They've been kind of poking this tower for some time now, but they eventually do take it down just before the 12-minute mark. And Darkseer looking to rush for the Greaves. Of course, in other games, you might think about like Vanguard Halberds and maybe look at like Pipes, but here, against Sven, against potential Orchids and Nuisances and Roots, having that Dispel on the Guardian Greaves is going to be good, especially when you're low HP. The additional buff will feel quite nice, so yeah, don't mind the Greaves. It does feel like the itemization of Radiant is we want to break the map at 15 minutes. Like the Monkey King is going for instant BKB. Like he went Treads, Mithril Hammer into their BKB. Darkseer is going for Greaves, right? Like everyone's kind of going, let's get one item, and that one item will be take a pick off, take Roshan, like do everything you want. And of course, that's very, very broken. Very strong. They do level the ultimate on Abaddon, be able to survive the gank. And he is only a relic away from the Radiance. So yeah,
I mean, Relic does cost a lot of money, but he's only 400 gold away from the Relic, so yeah, he's very close.
Wait, was it? Does he not have the talisman on his career? I swear I saw it.
Yeah, he does.
Does he? No, he doesn't. Okay.
Oh, he doesn't.
I lied. I swear I saw a talisman. I must have clicked the Brewmaster, then clicked the Abaddon quick enough that I kind of baited myself.
Yeah, weirdly I thought that. I guess I was looking over also, but Problem's having problems. See if he can get himself denied, but he can't. Yeah, gets him again.
Alright, no man. I feel like we're allowed to be honest with each other, right? Yeah, we've been casting. You've said problems and problem twice now.
Yep, and I'm going to keep on going. I don't know how long they're going to be in this tournament, dude.
Okay, fair enough. Okay.
gotta you know, make hay whilst the sun shines.
You know, I thought the first time I was like, all right, fair play, low-hanging fruit, we'll take it. Second time,
It's just too out there, you know. There's some where it's like a bit of a jump, but that was just
Just okay, do it, because if they do qualify, then there'll be the TI highlight package of how many problems did he have?
Single play.
He had 99 problems, but and then you know qualified or something. You know that's like the montage. Right, keep going.
And Brad trying to grab that haste rune, doesn't quite get it. Will have to zip himself all the way out to safety here. And smartly from Minecraft goes for the long zip rather than trying to be greedy about it. Just get out of there. And once again, Wisdom trying to be taken here. Chira Jr. comes in and says, no sir, the knight is not allowed. He's going to be able to get the kill and get himself the Wisdom shrine in the process.
Tell me that the man bot out. Yep, they do.
Okay, so we have a relic on the one laner and the Talisman of Evasion on the other. 80,000. A lot closer to his radiance than Yayo is, that is for sure.
But I was like, damn, this is so quick. It's just unheard of radiance.
That would have been nice if he'd had the rest, but he didn't. But tier 2000 very much chilling at the moment. When they hit this radiance, is this like go from Cyber Goose? We have a fight happening at the top lane. It is Chira Jr. Maybe getting brought down there, pops up the BKB, goes for the Wukong's command, turns this around and jumps across, utilizing the changing of the guard to get himself out of danger. Jr. is going to live, and yeah, down on the bottom side, let's see if Lucas is so lucky as Mary trying to keep him alive, stuck inside the trees, goes for the TP out, just jumping across to the tier 2 tower, making sure that he is still able to pick up these stacks, which Mary has been dutifully making for him. And there have been a lot, and that's what Nogus is enjoying right now, taking the stacks along with the help of this Sven illusion.
So yeah, we saw the strength of Nature's Prophet there because they jumped him, he went into the tree line, sprouted himself, the Sven cut one tree, but he couldn't cut enough trees to then get on top of the Prophet, which then bought time for the Darkseer to come in with the mech and all the saves. Sure, Sven doesn't die, but you know, Sven jumping at position 5, you'd like to think that you can kill him in the early game. It wasn't to be the case. And I just want to do another quick update. Did anyone on Radiant get the Sister's Shroud? No, okay. This is conceptually one of the most broken tier 1 items in the game against Sven, right? The fact that you have this incredible evasion when you're half HP. Sven jumps on top of you. What, 2, 3, 4 right clicks? He's gonna miss. Like Sven, he buys Echo Saber for 2 big hits. They're not gonna connect. So yeah, we aren't seeing it on Radiant, so they're not gonna be able to utilize that. But you need to be careful when you play Sven. If you see Sister Shroud on the enemy team, that hero, you can't really jump too easily.
And how long will people keep that around for? Like, will they be taking it into tier 2s, maybe tier 3s, or no?
Yeah, no, 100%. I think taking it into tier 2 is a very, very good option. As much as I talk about it now, I am referencing a pub I played where Amar was playing Sven on my team, and then the enemy team kept Sister Shroud. It was like Dakalis and stuff. They kept it to like tier 3. And Amar was like, I cannot play this game. He just all chat like, I'm done. Tier 1 neutral item, deleted my hero. What the hell? You know, it's like, I'm like, here, like, don't worry, Amar, we'll do it, boss. And I'm just seeing him blinking in, and it's just like, miss, miss, miss. And it's like, all right, there's nothing we can do. My Sven's gone. The tier 1 item, it's broken.
Unlucky.
But of course, it's like against Sven, where it's like, big hit, wait, big hit. Of course, it makes sense. If you're against like Medusas and Morphlings, where they're throwing out like a flurry of right clicks, not so much. So,
I also wanted to mention I'm not going to mention it, as we've got to jump here onto Solo. Solo getting beaten down slowly but surely, but the team's coming through and they will get at least one revenge kill here onto Emptiness. Now looking over towards iCrowd. Lucas comes in though, jumping onto the Monkey King. It's a big target he's going for here. Does he have the damage to bring him down with the help of Mary? Yes, he does. In goes Storm as well, taking down Problems. Looking over to the sidelines here, TH2000 and Notice just going to get themselves out. So this game is looking very, very close now. In fact, I can't remember the last time we had a clean team fight coming out from the Cyber Geese. Quantum have been all over them.
They are just getting surprised by the jump, right? Like they're in kind of the middle of like no man's land of the mid lane, right? They're just kind of like walking about. Sure, they jump on Nature's Prophet. They think they're keeping him alive, but with using all the resource to keep your Nature's Prophet alive, when the monkey gets jumped by the Sven, there's no resources available, right? There's no Sprout to buff up the monkey. There's no Greaves. There's no Snowball save. There's nothing. It's just monkey versus Sven. And Sven with the Blink Dagger and God Strength, you're going to rip through the Monkey King. We are going to see the replay here. And it's like the fact that Solo, he is the one getting jumped. It feels good. But all the spells that I just mentioned, you kind of need to disengage at this point. This is not your fight anymore. But the Blink reveal from Lucas, not getting the BKB or from Chiro Jr., that completely stops Cyber Geese in their tracks. And yeah. You could also ask, where's the Abaddon? He wasn't in the fight as well. He rocks up at the very end, and so many little questions you can ask. The easiest answer is they need to play a cleaner fight on Cyber Geese. The whole point of their lineup was to break down the greediness of Quantum, to keep that map progression, to kind of itemize early on, and they're getting thwarted. The scaling is kicking in, and Ancrab, he's fighting solo, getting a solo kill, and yeah, that's... He's gonna have what?
Solo kill.
I didn't even mean to, man. It just like,
yeah, I know. See, now you're
I regretted it. After I said it, I instantly in my head was like, oh my god, no man, don't you dare say solo kill. I said that, and then you said it, and I'm like, oh my god.
I mean, it was a little nod, you know, just between us, but then I went to the PSA broadcast mode, unfortunately. But go for a tormentor here, up on the top side.
Hey, I think it's fine. Okay,
you're good.
Message me on Steam if you don't like it, alright? We can. I don't want to air our dirty laundry on the broadcast.
Sort it outside. I'll make it after we're done casting. I'll make the 3-hour drive. Actually, 2.5 hours each way.
Yeah, it's
scrap.
Yep. We'll meet in Scotland.
It's not the halfway point, but sure. I want to go to Scotland anyway, so I'm down.
Yeah, same. Yeah, really
nice. 20 minutes in, it looked like it was going to be a really dominating game from Cyber Goose. They had an amazing start. You know, their draft was doing everything it was supposed to do, but just some really heads-up plays from Quantum, especially coming out from Lucas. Put them in a position where they're dead even in this game at the moment. I've just picked up a BKB on this fence, so we're going to see a little bit more coming out from Quantum in these next few fights. I'm excited to see where this one goes.
Trying to poke out the borrowed time in the top lane. Not able to do it.
Yeah, Solo comes in though, and he does deal a decent amount of damage with the Spirit Vessel, but that was his final charge.
Yeah, it's
Now
kind of progressive
you
though.
teleport into the enemy fountain to get 2 more.
You get 1 more if you die.
Oh, yeah, I guess that's not worth it then.
No.
Otherwise,
Hilarious. Quantum, they're smoked up. They have everything they need to get a fight now. The Blink, the BKB on Sven. If you find any hero but a bad one,
I was going to say,
you're
even
gonna
this
kill
guy.
no. There's the asterisk.
Emptiness really looking around here. He is searching and he is not finding anything.
He doesn't have a water place either, so he's kind of all out by himself. Moving down.
Still trying to force this here. Notice does get noticed as they jump onto him on the back lines. It is just like right at the moment. Yeah, in the middle of the fight as well. He's got a split available. Should he want to use it? And yeah, we'll be committing with this one. Where is the spend? He's looking at his first moment of entry, but they're just getting harassed on the back lines as Chira tries to jump the Oracle, but doesn't really kill him off, which means there is no Wukong's command for this fight. It's getting very awkward very quickly, and now the jump in. Lucas, though, he's so low. Can he get up the damage in time? False promise comes out, turning this one around. TA2000, though, he's got a false promise of his own as a borrowed time is able to get thrown into yet. Lucas, oh god, he needs to run, he needs to heal. There's a Chira Jr. right in his face, though. Lucas running to the sidelines as Mary goes down, and now we'll go towards Yayo as well. Jump out from Chira Jr. though, as he runs to the back lines. TA2000 in the front, they won't kill off the Panda though. They lose TA2000 in this one as well. Chira Jr. happened to back himself away, but I don't think this is going to happen. Let's see. I mean, Storm, he's still got mana to work with here. He can still keep going. Tries to jump away, gets dragged out of the jump here by Iconrad as he gets himself an ultra kill.
What a fight there from Quantum. Of course, they were able to cut out the Monkey King. I'm sorry, I had to let out a little giggle there because Lucas, he kites back the Oracle, keeping him alive in the clutch moments, hides behind the tree line, and then he blinks right into the boundless strike of the Monkey King and just deletes himself. So after this like epic juke, he like hitting a creep for a bit of life still to get 180 HP. Like, we are going to see the replay, but like, again, Quantum, when they make the jump, they are just devastating, right? Like, the fact that you see Monkey on the top of your screen, he uses Wukong, instantly cancels, then he has to like take the fight. Like, it's very, like, they're not one team on the side of Quantum, on the side of Cybergeek, sorry. Also, their heroes don't have clean stuns to do that. They kind of like awkwardly run them down. So for Quantum, look at Mary. He's not punished by anything. He can just play on the right side, use out his free spells, and we are eventually going to get to the point in which it did make me chuckle. Like, look here, Lucas making every play possible to try and keep himself alive. He hugs the tree line, and he's like, you know what? This is my time to shine. I've got this.
Oh man, he popped. Good lord, he disappeared.
Like, imagine if he doesn't die there, right? Like, that is just going to be complete 100% devastation for Cybergeek. Still, it is, right? Storm, of course, cleaned up in the very end, but I think we are seeing problems now with the Radiant draft. That this fight, the reason why it was so long is because for Radiant to try and kill a hero, they have to like awkwardly chase them forever. And as soon as you chase them, you will be out of position at some point where the Storm will punish you, or the Bat will grab you, or the Sven will burst you, right? It's like Dire really thrives when they're not instantly blown up or punished, right? And yeah, Radiant, they need to find a way to cleanly get a hero kill. It needs to be like Tusk plus Monkey double jump to kill Storm and then fight. Like, yeah, it's very, very difficult. As the game progresses,
if you want to be reductionist about that last fight, you know, Chira Jr., if you're solo committing Wukong's command in the backlines of a fight, you have to get your man. You have to bring down that Oracle. If you don't, then this fight just gets really awkward. And that's exactly what we saw. Like, the Sven was able to stand his ground, you know, he gets like all those debuffs taken off him. And yeah, I mean, that's all because you don't have Wukong's command, you still have Oracle. Like, that is a mass equation, which is never going to work out for Cybergoose. So, yeah, Chira Jr. definitely needs to step it up as they get into Roshan and start taking down the big boy.
Also, we also maybe, you know, praise the Bat Rider, right? The fact that that fight started, he instantly lassoed the Tusk to prevent the initial save on the Dark. Like, they knew what they were doing, and Roshan, let's fall to the Radiant side. We want Chira Jr. to have a bit more presence in the fight, and, you know, slapping an Aegis on him, it's going to help him immensely. Of course, one way to play out against a Sven lineup is use everything in your power to survive the God Strength, timing, and play around its cooldown.
Good reaction to this, though.
Oh, yep, sorry. Batrider dodges it, yep.
Also interesting that he went for, I mean, there's a few interesting facet choices on Quantum. One being the Arsonist on the back rider. Oh, hold on here as we got to jump onto Chiro Jr. Maybe, or not maybe. Oh, nice backwall coming out onto the forward onto the back line, but where is the follow-up damage? It just doesn't seem to be there at the moment. They have taken down the Oracle. Great start here for the Cyber Geese. Can they get any more? Is Yayo just continuing to harass certain heroes, but they're on top of Lucas right now. Lucas forced to BKB, going for the TP up. That is not going to work, Fred. He is dead. No Sven anymore. And Icebrat also caught on the sidelines here. He's got a little bit of mana to work with. Jumps forwards, hoping to get out, but no. TA2000 will bring him down with a missed coil. And there's going to be 3 big heroes dead on the side of Quantum here. An absolute wipe of a fight there. And Chiri's not done. He's finding emptiness here as well. Not happening.
Fights are just so turbulent. It goes from like one team making like excellent initiations and, you know, punishing the other, and now suddenly Cyber Geese are finding 3-man vacuums and they're utilizing the Monkey King cleanly. They also have the vision advantage the entire time, right? They have the high ground ward. So Quantum, they walked into vision, got completely destroyed because of it, and it's as simple as that. The vision won the fight that time around, and yeah, you're gonna see here. Right, it's like Storm jumps Monkey King, the Sven's there as well, but they don't really overcommit, and I believe yes. Okay, no, the ward was placed after, so Dai actually had the vision, so my apologies on that one. But the fact that your Storm and Sven both jump the Monkey King, but they kind of half commit, right? It's like a vortex and a zip out. It's a stun, but with no god strokes. Like, they didn't execute the Monkey King, and as soon as you initiate, all your team kind of swarm into that area, but you've not killed anyone, so now yeah, you get the turnaround. A weird fight from Quantum. I wasn't expecting that. I feel like when you see a core hero, they're going to need to use more to kill him. It's not as if there's like an Oracle behind the Monkey King, right? You were the one with the Oracle. Like, that's why you're not really seeing Radiant go too crazy, because they need Quantum to show their hero position to then fight them. Because if they fight blind and jump a Sven out of nowhere, Oracle will save him, Storm will jump you, right? Like, you need vision for Radiant to fight, and Quantum, they just gave it.
Yeah. Also, another thing to mention is that Mary's gone for this build of Solar Crest into Blink Dagger. Obviously, when you're the Sven and your Oracle's sitting behind you with a Solar Crest, you're going to feel amazing. But if that Oracle has any problems whatsoever, if there's any hero upon him, he's going to feel miserable. No Glimmer Cape to survive it, no Force Staff to get away. I like the Blink Dagger choice. Like, obviously, that's going to allow you to just hide in the fights, blink in, get up the spells, and then, you know, whatever happens, happens. But yeah, it's a very all or nothing way to play Oracle, and we are seeing that play out in the fights, where these fights for Quantum have been really all or nothing. It's either gone great or it's gone terribly, depending if they can find the Oracle or not. As Yayo's getting awkwardly caught out here. It may just be dead. Split available if he really wants to use it. He'll throw it down, try to get himself away. We'll allow him to survive this one.
Nation Prophet now has the acronyms as well, so you will be able to have a global route whenever you need it.
Go high ground with the Sages. I mean, with no split available, it does feel like a tempting opportunity, and yep, they are absolutely going to take that. Wow, look, little treants.
Yay, it's just good to be back. I was happy to see no reinforced tree. Sure, they die quickly, but that's kind of what they're meant to.
Yeah,
it was meant to happen.
Listen, as an Earthshaker player, I'm happy to see multiple treants back again.
Zip in, zip out.
A little bit of zip in, zip out.
Attack the river. Okay, let's see what they do in the river.
Attack the river. Is that like a new enemy? Tormentor, Roshan, and now river?
Or a bat rider.
Yeah. Trying to find himself a little pit to hide in, but yeah, they won't be getting away from that one. He just runs out, so I mean, it was a very good usage of Aegis, let's be real here. They took a good fight, they got every single tower off the map. Like, sure, they didn't go high ground, but in terms of, like, realistic map state, it's just, yeah, very, very profitable. And you can see that from the graphs as well, like the big sort of swing back into the Cyber Geese favor.
Oh, into the Abaddon. They just sort of meant to take it. So they know he's by himself, and what did they know? But Tusk is still in the neighborhood to keep that alive.
Out and almost turn that one around. Did you see Solo's TP there? He just started a TP like basically like on the steps of the fountain.
Yeah. That is one of the best mechanics of Profit. Is you? Oh wait, hold on. They're finding the Sven.
Yeah, that's a really big catch here as once again problems creating opportunities and vacuum down to the low ground noticed. How did he know? Oh no, Mary getting caught out with his buddy as well. I mean, sure, you can blink away under the false promise, but there is so much damage on Lucas right now. He's gonna pop like a balloon. See you later. Two huge heroes taken out of the equation here. Oh, they are
still had the
fully
ward
back
from the
in
previous fight. That is why they knew that hill on the ward on the high ground, right? They see the Oracle on the top of the steps for a brief second, and Darks is like, thank you very much.
About, yeah.
Yeah. Very, very nice vacuum from the Darks here.
Where's that?
Just playing the map, looking around. This is kind of what I expected to see. Like, after how well the lanes went for Cybergeese, this is what I expected to see the entire time. The fact that there's like these moments of Quantum showing up in the game is of course a testament to Quantum skill, but also the kind of the lack of time that we've seen Cybergeese together. Like, they are kind of a new team that kind of formed just for this qualifier, so they're going to have to iron that out if they want to try and beat the likes of the Auroras and the Navis. But for now it is looking good. They are.
Yeah, well, as you said, coming into this one, as we have this going down, you know, this isn't a... Oh my god, Anchorad going in, trying to look for a play here. That's a little bit brave. He just got a punch. Yeah, no BKB on this Storm, but he's just going to get the kill and run away. All right, nice.
Oh, he is shot. He didn't run away. He's stuck in the pit.
Oh, unlucky.
Urge you to say any points? Oh wait, no, don't worry. They're still fighting. Please hold.
No, we're good. Yeah. Vacuum, really? Mary, once again, regretting his life choices. I mean, let's be real there. A Glimmer Cape's not going to get you out of that one.
They're now finding Lucas as... Oh, God.
Oh, my God. It's a one-on-one-on-one. They've broken them.
It's been like 9 minutes of just death after death after death. Like, when have we seen the 5-man smoke with like the Sven jump and the split? Like, ever since they jumped the Monkey King in the bottom area of the map, and the Storm Sven didn't kill Monkey, and then they got 3-man vacuumed and died, they've just not done anything as a team since then. Like, they've fully been just broken as a team. Reminded at how sweeping of map play this Radiant lineup can have if they get to control the pace of the game. It feels so awful when this is happening, because it's like you have all the damage. Like there's nothing Quantum needs like to kill a hero. Like, they have everything. Just see hero, kill hero. That's it. Vision is the thing stopping them. Yeah, I'm not able to do it. I think just taking that Roshan was such a good call from Cybergeese. Like, putting the Aegis on the Monkey King, it gave them life. It enabled them to take the fight. If they don't take the Aegis, they're probably going to play way more defensive, skip wave, and Yayo just running into all of them. He's like, hey, boys, I'm here.
Yeah, let's go. This is my Roshan, baby. And, Storm jumps in, but Chira Jr. gets the Aegis. They do get the kill to Roshan, but how much value is that? His False Promise actually coming out to Brew, allowing him to get up that ultimate. As Iceman actually picking up his BKB on the sidelines, and they have gotten the Aegis out of the hands of Chira Jr., but now on the second line, this is going to be tricky again. No False Promise available for this Sven. I don't know if he knows that, as he's getting clicked at by Chira Jr. non-stop. Lucas, though, on the run, trying to get up to the high ground. Perch's turning around! Chira Jr.'s actually dead! What? The Monkey King dying twice. Lucas gets another solo falls as well. TA2000, he's turning back around onto this one, trying to catch up these heroes. They just need to play it carefully. Don't poke the beast, but slowly get those daggers in him and bring him down to make it a 4th kill and an ultra kill for Lucas. How did that fight go that way, Tiga?
Simple answer: Brew Master the entire time, right? So he starts the fight by randomly running into all of them. He's like, wait a second, this guy could die. He doesn't die. Oracle, of course, keeps him alive. He's living the dream, gets the ultimate off, and then it's Cyclone after Cyclone after Cyclone on Abaddon. Abaddon had 0 fight contribution that entire time, right? I believe he just picked up an Orchid going into that fight, you could argue, maybe a BKB would look pretty good. You've not had to fight into the Brewmaster because Quantum just haven't fought you. Finally, after so many minutes of Quantum not fighting, they turn up to the fight with the heroes that we expect to see, right? It's Sven hitting the Monkey King with great confidence, Storm finding fight, and look at this. Just look at Abaddon off screen, just the entire time. It's just like, oh wait, he goes in for a little bit, wait a second, stunned up by the Panda, oh wait, you're now cycloned again. And Sven just getting a little bit of buff here from Oracle, kept alive. just
oh my god, he's even using the Void Panda to just push it back and tornadoed again.
Yep.
Oh man,
exceptional micro there from the Brewmaster to stop Abaddon from playing the game.
Timos is just MVP of that fight all over. With a honorable shout out to Mary as well. You know, I doubted you, Mary, and I'm so sorry for that. I thought the false promise onto the Brewmaster would have been a terrible idea. Lucas needs you, but Lucas doesn't need you. He's actually a big, strong boy who can look after himself now. He's grown up.
I think the fact that we had seen Quantum make no move for like 8 minutes, I'll be honest, I was disheartened. I was expecting them to kind of sit back and slowly accept the demise, right? But no, they kind of woke up and contested that Roshan beautifully.
Yeah, both
I do love the fact that like that fight
fully have woken up now and both kind of locked into the game, playing some really decent Dota, to be honest.
Do you think TH1000 will ever think about BKB now that he just got completely deleted by a Brewmaster? Because at the moment he's opting for the Blood Dawn, yeah.
Yeah, you would imagine so, but so far, no. Which does seem questionable, but I mean, I guess Bloodthorn gives you an opportunity to maybe kill off the Brewmaster, but Brew's got BKB, like that's not really happening. I don't know, Chief.
Yeah, it's kind of satanic. There's some massive items. That's why, like, I was so confused by how Quantum had played the game. Because like, they have all these items, yet they just kept getting picked off and not playing together. But, yeah, it was... now that I click around the Quantum Heroes again, I'm like, wait, they really should... This should not be this difficult for them to, like, take a fight. I mean, this game is incredibly even. Like, we were selling the narrative as if it was, like, Cybergeese, you know, closing out the game, should be winning, but... Yeah. Not, of course, not to be the case.
Yeah. I was a little bit baffled by the Bat Rider with the Arsonist and Hurricane Pike, like in a game where they were kind of getting a little bit squashed. It feels like a really odd decision, but you have to do it when you go for this facet, right? Like we've seen a few Bat Riders play with Stoked, but this does seem to be the more popular option.
You just do quite nice damage. It's like it's a support Bat Rider on the side of the map who's right-clicking you, and then on top of that, he'll eventually get BKB and he'll scale. Like, in time, you just need to respect Bat Rider more. Like King, trying to scout with the courier, sees them for a brief second, and they get married, but there's no vision, no detection.
Get that one down, Ultra Junior. Give me that dust. You're playing against this guy now. Yeah, this is a good kill. This is a very good kill. The Obsidian, Outworld Star.
Oh,
that's a big catch here going on to Icarad, trying to get up the Lucas command, but he doesn't get grabbed by this. Oh my god! Later, guys. See you later. Icarad just turns it around, takes them both out. Lucas just running around. He's not playing Dota, he's playing Whack-A-Mole.
What do you want me to say? Sven hit big crit. Abra didn't even get off.
Aghanim's on the storm spirit, dude. They just pretty thoroughly baited.
Ag's OP. Like they found the jump on the Abaddon, right? Like the Abaddon gets the storm spirit. It's like okay, and then Monkey follows up, and I'm like, sure. But like the only way this really works is you need the tusk to then be that final additional stun, right? If the tusk doesn't come in, not to be the case. And yet Lucas, he relishes this like clumping of heroes. Right, you see here they've used Snowball Punch to kill off the Oracle, and within a matter of seconds, TH1000 then jumps the Storm Spirit. So he's not respecting the fact that his team just used their pick-off potential on the Oracle. Abaddon getting kited at the Roshan fight, overplaying his hand at the triangle pick-off like it's.
Right, then this is going for tier 4. Look at my Bat Rider right now.
Yeah, look at the damage.
Get him.
It is so much damage.
Tier 4.
It is, yeah, very good.
Those of you that don't know, by the way, Batrider on with this Arsonist facet, he gets 5 stacks of sticky napalm, 5 levels of sticky napalm, sorry, which allows him to get up to a ridiculous amount of stacks and also apply on right clicks, and then the shard makes it work on buildings. So there's your little TLDR on why that Batrider just took a tier 4 by himself. Jump in, Einkrad looking on the back lines, just bullying TA2000, maybe trying to force out an ultimate hit, but it's not going to be that easy. Gets himself back.
So yeah, just to clarify, the 4th to 5th level of sticky napalm doesn't actually increase the stack quantity. It's just the fact that you apply napalm through your right click on level 5. So you apply stats quicker because you can right click and cast sticky.
Yeah, that's true. No, none of the other stats are increased, are they? By the level, it's not like it gets a stronger ability.
That would be insane though. You have like 5-point napalm, and it's like rather than like 10 stack, which goes up to 20 because of the new change. Imagine it goes to like 30 or 40. That would be actually like, that would be so broken.
I mean, it is funny when you see a Batrider taking Roshan and gets up to like 50 stack. Looks very dumb.
Yeah.
I like big number. So, what's the way back into it now from the Cyber Geese? Because so far, none of their plans are really working out.
The recycle the conversation. Back to clean jumps and trying to dictate the tempo of the game, and that is not happening once you're talking about the ultra late game of Sweat and Storm. You're lucky to even show yourself on the map against these heroes.
Icarad, leave Solo alone, man! Leave him alone! He's gonna get him. No, he's not. The shield comes out from TA2000. And yeah, Icarad has used BKB and a whole lot more for this, but he's got a regen rune going. He's absolutely hunky-dory.
Meanwhile, Monkey, he's trying to find the backline. He gets the Batrider.
Yeah, he's going to put it down here, but there's a whole bunch of heroes on his face. He needs to change the guard, and he will do so up to the high ground. Nice way to duke out this fight. As the rest of the team coming in, TA2000 this time he gets the ulti off. He's not going to risk it, but Lasso comes out. The Batrider, he's still not dead, dragging TA2000 back into Lucas. TA2000 needs to leave. And he is going to get inside the snowballs for now, try to get himself back away from this one, but he is not escaping this one. Icarad brings him down with that Aghanim, moving across towards problems as well. Tusk is going to die. It's another kill going the way of Quantum as they take control of this fight. Solo goes down as well. They'll move to the sidelines, find notice, and that is going to be 4 dead once again. They cannot put it together.
They are, yeah. It's looking to be over. Quantum, they had a difficult early game. The mid game really struggled. There was only a couple moments where they looked good, but then it took one Roshan contest, one fight, and everything it became theirs. Like 21,000 gold lead, items on every single core. Like you could not ask for anything else on them. They're deleting the buildings with ease. Look at Emptiness. He just wants to go back to the tier 4s. Like, look at my hero. Look at my hero.
Guys, look, that tower's got stacks on it. It should be Chiro Jr. jumping in, trying to stop them, but they're missing 2 heroes, one of which is their carry. Chiro Jr. trying to do it all, but they're focusing on that Ancient right now. They don't care about these heroes. Get the Ancient. 21 stacks of sticky napalm onto that Ancient. A good game is called. That will be it. Game number 1, it goes the way of Quantum. Despite a good draft and a dominant start, Quantum hold it together and come back not once but twice in this game number 1 to secure themselves their first game on the road to the International.
Yeah, no, and an incredible game, right? Especially because it's like the way in which